Hi 3T, welcome back for another math lesson. So we are going to continue with our unit of measure, and this week we're talking about mass. And so we talked about the kilograms the other day, and we said that our 1 kilogram peanut butter jar was a benchmark for us for the kilogram. Anything less than that is what we're going to talk about today, and that is the gram. Okay, so 1 gram, we're going to talk about what 1 gram is, but 1,000 of them, tiny little grams. So a paper clip, the mass of a paper clip, how heavy it is 1 gram. So a large paper clip is 1 gram. Think about the little centimeter cubes that we use for units at school in the math kit. That's also 1 gram. Okay, so 1,000 of those, and we've done that at school, 1,000 of those, the big cube, is 1 kilogram. Okay, so if you put 1,000 paper clips together, that's 1 kilogram. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit, we're going to look at some benchmarks today of different grams, and then we'll talk about some things you might have in your kitchen and with that are labeled in grams. I want you to remember that just because things are different sizes doesn't mean that they can't be the same amount of grams. So this big bag of chips is 200 grams, but this little bag of goldfish is also 200 grams. Okay, so just because it doesn't matter what size it is, it matters the mass of it. Okay, and same thing with the marker and the pencil. They are similar in size, but they have different masses. So my balance scale here is fairly balanced. It's giving me a little bit of troubles today. But if I put in my pencil and my marker, you're going to see that my marker is in fact has more of a mass than my pencil does. Okay? So size doesn't necessarily matter with mass, okay? So we know that 1 gram is this tiny little paper clip. So gram is very small. It's very lightweight, okay? Now, a pencil like we just did, okay? We're going to figure out how many grams this pencil is. And if I said that a paper clip is 1 gram, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should be around how many grams a pencil is. So we know that 5 grams, 5 little grams is a pencil. Okay, so a pencil has a mass of 5 grams. All right. A marker, we did the same thing. We know that we already did this. We know that the marker is more than that. So we can go ahead and put in our 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We should be almost there. 10. 10 grams for a marker. Okay, so 1 gram for the paper clip, 10 grams for the marker, 5 grams for the pencil. Now, another benchmark one is the AA battery. So you may have these in your house as well. I'm trying to find things that are in your home. So AA batteries, okay, are 25 grams. Okay, so if we have 4 of them, 25, 50, 75, 100, okay, this would be 100 grams. Okay, these 4 batteries, the mass of these 4 batteries is 100 grams. Now, I happen to have one of my favorite chocolate bars, but I did sneak a little bit of out, so it's not exactly 100 grams, but it's a 100-gram chocolate bar. So if I put this on my balance scale, now remember, it's a little bit less than 100 grams, or probably 90 grams. But these are also a little less than 100 grams, or sorry, 25 grams each, or 23 grams each. So if I put in a little bit more, let's see, to kind of even it out for my weight on that side. Okay, a couple more there. We would see that my batteries are about the same, so same mass as my chocolate bar. Okay, so I know this is, they're telling me it's a 100-gram chocolate bar minus the packaging. And also, let's make sure this is going back to good level. And our next benchmark would be a golf ball. You may have golf balls at home. Take a guess. Another benchmark number. We have 1, 5, 10, 25. Another one would be 50 grams. 50 grams per golf ball. A little bit less than that, but it's around 50 grams. So if I have one 50-gram golf ball, two 50-gram golf balls is 100. Remember, not exactly, but fairly close. I can see that, in fact, 2 golf balls are 100 grams, okay? Now, I know that you probably don't have a balance scale at your home, all right? So what you're going to have to do is figure out, let's say I have my 2 pieces of fruit again, figure out, okay, if I know that this is probably about 180, I was testing it out, 180 grams, and I feel that this is about the same. So they weigh fairly the same, and I can show you in my balance scale there. My lemon's a little bit, it's got thicker skin, right? It's a little bit heavier. So if I wanted to know the exact weight of my apple, okay, that's my 100 grams, right? 125, 150, 175, we're getting there. And let's say I add my pencil, so I'm at almost 180. Maybe I add a few more grams there. All right, almost there. I'm at 180 grams for my apple, okay? And then I could kind of figure out what other things are around 180 grams if I knew that it was that. So that size of an apple is about 180 grams, okay? So I wanted to show you a couple other ones that might be in your home, a couple other amounts. So your bread bag, if you look on your bread bag, my bread bag says 685. Your bread bag might say something similar or a little bit more than that, depending on how dense the bread is. So we know that's under a kilogram, right? Again, similar in size, but this is quite heavier than this. I can feel that just balancing it in my hand, okay? Another good one is I use the organic peanut butter, just strictly peanuts. And this container is a 500 gram. So 500 grams, we know, is exactly half, right, of a kilogram. 500 is half of 1,000, or 5 is half of 10, or 50 is half of 100, right? So all of those related numbers help us out. So 500 gram, I know this is exactly half of a kilogram, 500 grams, okay? I wanted to show you my Parmesan containers, 250 grams each, right? So if I have 250 plus another 250 would be 500, and then another 250 would be 750, and then another 250 would be 1,000, okay? Because the quizzes that you are going to do today, you are going to have to add different kilogram amounts, all right? So be thinking about that. They're not as high number as that, but just remember when you're adding kilogram amounts, if it's by tens or by fives, that you can use skip counting. Another easy or common, I should say, find in your kitchen might be cereal, and have a look at the cereal boxes. We did this in our cereal challenge, so this isn't really anything new. but at the bottom will tell you how many grams are inside the box. So 365 grams in my Rice Chex cereal, right? So I know, well, that's less than a half of a kilogram, right? So it's even less than that. Again, size doesn't matter, right? This is a kilogram. This is 365 grams. Even though it's larger, it's less grams, okay? So I hope that helps you in understanding grams and kilograms and mass and how to do a really good estimate on how heavy things are. So again, use your benchmark of the kilogram and your gram, right, to help you in figuring out, is it more than kilogram, or is it less than a kilogram based on the mass of it. Okay, I hope you enjoyed learning about kilograms and grams, and like I said, you will have a quizzes to do today after you watch the video. All right, and good luck with that, and if you have any questions, of course, message me in Edsby. All right, have a good night. Bye-bye.